Navigating life's seas, I uncover hidden truths of courage, routine, and community.
Jumping in there with sharks and
I
stuff.
know.
I'm
I
not going to
like.
be the
Yeah.
example
Yeah.
today.
I want proof. There's no sharks here. Like you need to prove to me there's
I
no
like my
sharks here.
chances working on the most dangerous place to work in the world versus trying to swim.
Yeah, I don't need to add danger to it. Yeah. So how do y'all deal with the boredom? I have to imagine you got the boring as fuck on the boat sometimes.
Well, you work 12 hours a day, so most shifts are you work either night shift or day shift from 7 to 7, and then you got all your 3 meals in there. It depends on what your job is. A lot of what we did in weapons was we just housed all of the bombs and the missiles and stuff in the magazines on board the aircraft carriers. And so when we weren't building bombs, there wasn't no war going on. We wasn't in business. We're just sitting on a bunch of ammo. And so we're sitting in the magazines, twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah.
So for some of us, we studied for advancement exams.
Do you have a favorite port you used to go to?
Let's see. I don't know. That's a good question. I think Hobart, Tasmania was.
Okay.
Because I actually got to hold a Tasmanian devil. So for those of us that grew up around the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. Yeah, the Looney Tunes.
Yeah. No, I got to hold a Tasmanian devil. I actually got to feed a kangaroo by hand.
Oh, nice.
Which was kind of cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed Australia. All my buddies made out in Australia, so I didn't do too well there.
I'm guessing Navy was a pretty good career for you. You're pretty happy with how it turned out, all kind of stuff, and pretty good
23
experience.
years honorably, you know what I mean? I got my retirement check, I get my benefits. And,
Yeah.
I encourage every veteran out there, whether you're retired or not, get plugged into the VA. The VA is not as bad as everybody makes it. I know there's a lot of talk about the VA right now. A lot of folks are scared. Like people are calling me like, you're going to lose your benefits. And I'm like, slow down.
Yeah.
We got to look at some things here, before, which ABC network you follow.
Yeah.
Depending on what they tell you. So, but no, it was a great experience. And, it like I said, the travel aspect alone took me around the world and it broadened my perspective.
Yeah, same here.
About what we deal with in this country versus what you may see as a citizen of another country.
Yeah, the VA gets a lot of crap, but me personally, like I used to go to American Lake VA, and I've always been like, is it the greatest? I'm always happy, no, but I'm always at least satisfied, right? Like.
Man, look, be thankful as a veteran if you can get connected and you're not paying for health care.
Yep.
Because last time I checked, this is a few $100 for
easily,
depending on the kind of health care you get. And so, that's why I say get connected, because if you serve, part of your benefits is if anything happened to you while you was there, on record, make sure you got it, submit it to the VA and get you a percentage, and then get your benefits from that too as well. Because I go to, like, I'm going to an event here mid March or mid-April in Bakersfield, California. It's going to be their 4th annual Unity Barbecue. So what started out as 100 fans 3 or 4 years ago, now it's going to be like 500 to 600 fans plus. All Dallas Cowboy fans from fan clubs, all these diehard social media fans that they're all going to be out there in Bakersfield on April 12th at that Unity Barbecue. So a lot of those fans you'll see out there are on the blog, officialamericans.team.com.